Hello everyone, I will be talking about the Gerbert allegations. Gerbert the Egg is a popular TikToker. And his content?
So good, and the marketing team has done such an amazing job putting this all together that I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna go see this.
Not the most unique content ever, but I shouldn't be talking. I'm not making the best content like this video. Our man Gerbert doesn't have one or two allegations. He has 66 pages of allegations. He has allegations that he is a homophobe. He has allegations that he is a transphobe. He has allegations that he is a racist. He has allegations that he said a 13-year-old. He has allegations that he dreamt of grabbing his mom without the G. Moving to his response to the allegations.
Alright, since a lot of you guys aren't happy with my first response, we're going to go through every single claim the document on me has made and debunk every single one, or just go through them and explain my side of the story. Now, the first even link of evidence is a supposed video from a guy called WhackJobX, where he released a phone call between me and him saying that I confirmed I was, this oddball account. There is not a single time in that video where I say specifically that that account is mine. There is not a point in that video where I say, yes, this account was mine. That is false. There is nothing in that video that I say, hey, oddball was my account. There's no evidence of that. And if you think please show me evidence of that. Let's move on. Now we're going to go through section 1 and 2. 1 is just me confirming, I guess, that it's me. Yeah, section 2 is basically saying that, hey, he lied about this. Section 2 basically full doxes me, doxes where I used to go to school, gives you my full name, all that information, so that's out there now. But yes, I did lie about my personal information. At the time when this was occurring, I was 17 years old. I did not want my public information out on the internet. I did not want anybody to know my public information, and now it is out there because of you guys. So thank you for that. And yeah, there you go. I lied about my name because I don't want my personal information as an influencer out on the internet. Now let's go through everything Angel has said, section 3 of the document. Now in this section, Angel claims that I SA'd her in a Walmart bathroom, then says she called the counselor's office to report it, and then proceeds to show screenshots of me allegedly talking to her, or her saying no, on Discord, and then provides pictures of us just being together. And I would like to say there's no evidence here. It's just, so let me break this down in detail. The whole thing is her saying something happened with no evidence. We knew each other, right? We knew each other. There was no messages from me. There was no message.
All of Gerbert's points during the vid are just, he didn't do it, and yes, most of it is. She said he said bullcrap. Moving to Gerbert's apology vid.
Everybody who watches this to know something, and it's I love you all. I'm gonna continue posting, but this is just to everybody that watches me. I don't want you guys to think of me as this horrible person, because I'm not. I love making content. I love my fans. I love every single one of you since the start. I have to move on. I have to continue what I'm doing. But I want you to stop thinking about me here and move on. I feel like a disappointment. I feel like a failure. I know I didn't do any of those things, but I feel like I've hurt my fans more than anything. And for that, I am truly sorry. I just want all of you to know that I love you dearly, and that I don't want you to think of me as a bad person, but rather somebody who tried to make you laugh and tried to make your lives a little bit better. And going forward, I might post some stuff that you might not agree with and that you might dislike me for, but I don't want you to think of that as me, because I love everybody, even you. So I'm sorry, and may the moments go on. May Gerbert the Egg be an iconic name for all the right reasons, and not for all the wrong ones. And I love every single one of you. And I'm just disappointed that this all had to end this way. Goodbye, guys.
It's crazy that you love everyone, but you posted this. The term "the sun will never set" means that Nazis will rise again. While we are on this topic, let's talk about Gerbert being a racist. Here's a video by one of Gerbert's mutuals.
As a close personal friend of Gerbert, he's been racist and alt-right for a while now, and I'm tired of sitting on all the DMs and documentation I have of it. I want to preface by saying that I do not hate Gerbert, and this is not an expose or like takedown video on him. Rather, just going at the DMs and messages and documentation I have of Gerbert saying alt-right and racist things, but also talking about how he is improved since then and does not necessarily hold all the same beliefs nowadays, right? Though I genuinely believe he has changed since then and is not necessarily that same person, he made some really dumb decisions recently with his account Gerbert. Yes, Gerbert is real. He told me himself it was real. It was a mistake. He was stupid for doing it, right? My entire friendship with Gerbert, I've always called him out whenever he said something that was kind of weird in any of his videos. Talking about like the IDub stuff, women versus accountability, the WNBA, kind of any weird takes he has. I always hold him accountable and I tell him about it, and he usually we end up agreeing on some level at the end of the conversation. You know, I've always been able to at least change his mind somewhat on his position on things, right? I really do not like cutting people off the second they do anything wrong. It is more effective to work with them, have a conversation, and change their opinions on things rather than immediately cut them off for anything. But none of that was ever like racist or anything, right? Until I saw he was following Postman. He was a follower of Postman and like mutuals or something with him. I don't remember the exacts. But I was like, hey, Postman's a full-on neo-Nazi. Like, he's all alt-right, like genuinely Nazi, right? Which Gerbert said low-key has a point. Always been. I said he's literally a racist, terrible person. He said being racist doesn't make you a bad person. I said yes it does. He said no it doesn't. Maybe if you hate them just because of the color. Hating groups of minorities and leading to more of their oppression is a bad thing. He said, but when there's real stats backing it up, it's not racist, it's noticing. He brings up the 1350 statistic, and I talked about how that's primarily black on black crime because they're stuck in lower income areas. All of that crime mainly happens in their own cities, and those cities are over policed, leading to an even more inflated statistic. And they're stuck in those tiny low income cities, and they commit those crimes, and they're brought up that way because of systematic racism in our fucking country. He said it doesn't matter, it's still violent crime. Nothing's stopping them from getting out of their own culture. Which, yes, the fuck there is. There's tons of income barriers and shit like that are stopping them from getting out of that. Where our country is what the fuck? He said it's the country's fault, it happens. He said maybe if they weren't so ghetto and stupid, they'd get out. Talked about some barriers. He said that's untrue, and he used Asians as an example.
I had to cut the video short, but these racist videos that I'm about to show are very recent. All those vids are targeted to Jews. Gerbert has even confirmed being racist.
Literally, there's literally
Yes, you're
text of
attacking
you
my
saying that
character
you
without
hate black
attacking my
people
argument.
and that you don't like Jews.
No, bro, you're saying, why would we believe anything you say if you're this, this, and this? Can you
Yes,
just,
because why are you-
let's
because
get to
you're
a different
literally
question,
claiming-
bro.
Because you are literally claiming that you're not racist and you're not anti-Semitic, but then
You said what?
We have conversations of you being racist and anti-Semitic.
Hello?
And then you
Oh, my
post
connection's all
videos
messed
of you
up.
being racist and anti-Semitic. So how, like, why would we believe that you're not racist and anti-Semitic when you literally are?
Because, bro, I'm not. Like that's just not who I am. And yeah, I've said some stuff in the past. I've done some stuff that I shouldn't have done, but it's like, bro, like I've moved on.
If you're homeless, just buy a house now. Like, there's no way you're a fucking real person, bro. What? The fuck does that mean? So if I came on this camera right now and just
Dude,
started
ask me-
screaming the
ask
N-word,
me anything else.
if
You
I
just
came
not ask me
out right
anything
now
else.
and I just start screaming the N-word, does that make me racist?
That would be quite
You're
that would be
not
quite
asking me anything
racist.
else. Literally asking about
That would be quite
That's
racist.
your
I won't
logic,
lie.
though. He's saying that by him being racist, even though there's
Yes.
conversations of him being racist and then posting racist content, he's not racist. What?
Yeah, that
That makes no fucking
Yeah,
sense.
but people can change. Do you not believe that?
This was like 2 weeks
Like
ago.
I've had constant talks with High
posted these
Tier Man and all
videos
these people
3
like
days ago, you
about these
stupid bitch.
topics, and like I've changed my mind on all of this. Yeah, but okay, that was just a joke. That was just a joke.
Gerbert saying all his racist comments are jokes. Really doesn't mean anything. I could say the N-word as a joke, but I'm going to end the video right here. I love everyone who stayed to the end. I will make a PT too.